Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's got room. Touchdown, LA. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolute phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
4 yards remain for second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I bet we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Here's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Raiders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take over here up near the 40. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll go down at the 28. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Powers through it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Chargers 7.
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. We are tied at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 81 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. These two teams all tied after one. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, jumped in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Let's go now.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Here we go, here we go. Pass the 60, pass the 60.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a give to Jacobs running right. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Only 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34.
Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. On the right hash. Officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. 1 play, 1 pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Running on first down, Eckler. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the 39, Herbert. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw here, Herbert. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went a horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And some space here. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
127 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week, and now he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Charger drive about to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Caught on a slant. Touchdown. Marquise Goodwin from 8 yards out. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Hopkins with the extra point. That will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. They have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now a carry for Jacobs. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is White on the screen.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort. Turn it into a successful play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second and 8 coming up.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. On play action, they'll throw. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
It's now 4th down.
They go with Jacobs. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
Boy, 179 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Jacobs.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Jacobs. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Josh Jacobs, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now, you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now, with the short passing game, you should be...
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
Here's White. They set up the screen. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
A first down run with Jacobs won't get a whole lot, maybe a yard, but that's about all, and it's second down.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll drop to throw. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 15-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
A give, it's Jacobs off the option.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2nd and 5. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he is out of bounds here. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight line.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Raiders are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
31. Chargers 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Charger drive about to get going. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And the Chargers first down.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times sometimes you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to it.
There he goes, left side. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
The Charger drive about to get going. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Chargers first down.
Herbert. And the Raiders have got him.
Justin Herbert.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Brings up 2nd down.
After the sack on first down, Herbert, he's going to let it fly. That's caught at the 25. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
1st and 10.
Now it's Herbert. Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Herbert now. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. 3rd and 10.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. Touchdown, Chargers. Cordell Patterson. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments.
the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Steel City at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Teams that have combined to win 11 Super Bowl titles. The Steelers and the Niners are underway.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Lance to throw it.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Play action, now it's Lance.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular. Tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he is going to lose yardage here. T.J. Watt, always the disruptor, there to blow that play up.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Lance now to throw. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down.
Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff and field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Try to get 1 more in here before the quarter breaks. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Johnson, the man in motion right. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Third and 2, Pickett.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3-and-out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw, Pickett. Completes this one to Pickens.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now a first down carry for Harris. Room here to run. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
2nd and 7.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Slot man moves right. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now Pickett on 4th down.
He rifles one. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
On the set.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Lance getting this out wide to Ayuk.
Touchdown 49ers.
Brandon Ayuk.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Gold to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Niners 17, Steelers nothing. Mitch Wishnowsky kicks off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Buying time to it.
But it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the third time in this game. Picked off by Oren Burks. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
Ready. Black shot.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown. George Kittle, 27 yards.
And the 49ers are able to add on to their first half lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Gold with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
First and 10, here's Pickett.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. In motion right, here comes Johnson. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
That's caught downfield by Kittle.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Samuel.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On play action, Lance.
He's got a man complete. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Now Gold for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Niners 31, Steelers nothing. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 27.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Pickett to his tight end, Freiermuth, for the Steeler first. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Pickett now on first down.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Drake Jackson.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing on second and long.
Pickett
Steps away to his left.
and the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Oh, God, I can't believe what I'm watching.
You better than this.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Samson Abuka in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That's taken on the 25.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
On second and 11 now.
Lance.
And he'll find McLeod on the right side, complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Off of play action, and here's Lance.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he's is going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we play.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Lance and company going on fourth down.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Alex Highsmith picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up a third down and goal.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Lance now on third and goal.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here, because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way, as we saw there.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being...
And that is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Here we go.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line.
Now a play fake. Lance.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Ready?
On second down, McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness, off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
From midfield, here's Lance. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Here's Lance. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need,
and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the Niners are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. That one looks like he'll throw here. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Pickett to throw on 1st down.
And he's taken down. back in his own 7. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
One final shot for Pickett. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Here we go, set.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. McCaffrey on the counter. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Throwing his lance on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. 1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Samson Ebukam. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Throwing now is Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
Mahomes takes it himself. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. McCaffrey following the penalty.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 76 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
From the 44, Lance. Man open, that's Ray McLeod. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, 49ers. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. First down, Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. But one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
They'll try to run with McKinnon. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. And he's got it. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
125 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Here we go with McCaffrey. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. McCaffrey running up the middle. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
It seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Down to the 25. The 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
4th down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould.
From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Gould is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. We haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of the half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Mahomes now on 1st down. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He finds McKinnon, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Mahomes. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure they're friends from the defensive side.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Throwing now is Lance. And his throw here's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Down the left sideline. Touchdown 49ers. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. They're still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now a play fake. Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 36 yards on the play.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now it's Mahomes again. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Hello. Hey, 43, 15.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he is going to have the Chiefs' 1st down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. And again, it's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had set. From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Right to the air is Mahomes.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the Niners are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a manageable 3rd and 4.
On a 2nd and 11, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
He's got the hook up to McLeod. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because...
And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Tyler Kroft, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From the 30 on second down, Mahomes. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big, big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lance. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that of just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
A lot of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now goal for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Mahomes to throw once more. He's got room at the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try to get things settled down.
Yeah, still in the first half here, a long way to go. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. At the 49. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Off of play action, here's Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 51 yards. And the 49ers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Gold to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 75 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And able to work his way down to the 16.
Here we go.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Okay, ready? Fight, 97. Ready.
On play action, Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Coverage key there, and since that last completion was right, he earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down, and the big play to start the drive, not much sense. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Lance and company going on 4th down.
Able to complete this one to McLeod.
And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. As they stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal.
Now Lance. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Down by 2 scores.
Completes it to Hardman. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On first down, Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Second and 10.
43! 43!
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The hard-hitting safety, Jimmy Ward, picking up the sack that time.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be from 56 yards out. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing us.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise on your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
As percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys have been...
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Lance looking to throw it.
That's Samuel, caught left side.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's McCaffrey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
Got his target, Samuel.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down.
The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. And looks like we've got a down set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
To throw, it's Lance.
Completes it to Samuel. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
The kick by Gold is good, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Mahomes now on first down. His throw incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to...
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 23-yard run. And the Niners have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Lance going to try to throw for this. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now it's Mahomes again. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Hitting Juju on the slant. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38, Mahomes got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Mahomes now to throw. And the incompletion there, so that breaks a string of 5 straight hookups. It also leads to a 4th down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling.
And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Hey, 43, 15.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
No hesitations. They go right back to Kelsey. From the 5, 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 5-yard line.
Yellow.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. The quick slant caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelsey, on the touchdown pass.
And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
Harrison Butker going to kick off for Kansas City.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy, and they needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, a 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Yellow.
Mahomes. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate that wasn't picked off.
Play action, now it's Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Off of play action, here's Lance. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So it's a win for the Niners here. And it was Trey Lance, CD, who really led the way.
Yeah, I thought this defense just didn't have an answer for him all game long. They tried to change things up, but he was always 1 step ahead. And he finished with over 300 yards passing and 2 touchdown passes as well.